Welcome to Be the Light 365. I'm Pastor Jake. We're in Matthew chapter 13, verses 34 through 35. Now, Jesus is talking about parables here. He only talked to people in parables. And he says this one line in it, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundations of the world. And we wonder, why did he just speak parables then? Why couldn't he just plainly speak? And matter of fact, one of the disciples say later on in John says, why ain't he just plainly speaking? Why is he doing all this? Why can't he just plainly speak to us? And Jesus finally does. It's because of people's hearts. God knows whose he is because he can see the beginning to the end of a person's life. He knows who's going to run the race and who's going to fight the good fight. But the darkness, the people like this, you got to think the Pharisees and Sadducees, they had the scriptures. They had the word with them every day. They studied it constantly and still didn't understand it. They still couldn't understand that God had a son. Why? Because of their own hearts. They wouldn't let it happen. Why? Because they wanted to be the children of God and only the children of God. They wanted to be number one. Matter of fact, in John 1, it says that. It says, in him, was talking about Jesus, was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shined in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. In other words, they couldn't understand that he was the Son of God. That's why Jesus spoke in parables, is because of the people. He wanted the people who really intentionally wanted God, who were searching out God to find him. And he did. He found the disciples. There were, like everybody always thinks there's only 12, but at the end of it, there was over 200 in the upper room. There were several that left. He sent 70 out and about in pairs. So there were people who believed and understood, but the parables were there meant just for the people who really wanted a heart for God.